Let's take you back to yesteryear, to saddle shoes and bobby socks and pleated skirts and sweater girls and wartime and victory gardens and tin drives and paper drives and Dick Haymes and Bogart and Bacall. Do you have trouble focusing on that? To sharpen up your focus, everybody, you need do nothing more than give a warm welcome to Lee Castle and the fabulous Jimmy Dorsey Orchestra.
Everything come up close. Everything coming up roses, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Randy Scarrera. Now, gentlemen, take a bow, Randy. That was a lot of work there, kid. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to do a theme of a movie, that I've appeared in, and I'm sure you've all seen it. This movie, To Stay Alive Throughout, was some trick, believe me. Because I'm sure if you saw it, everybody just got shot right through the thing. Well, I can attribute the fact that I stayed alive throughout is because I spent most of my time in that movie eating spaghetti and meatballs in the back room in the kitchen. And when they said we go to the mattresses, I'd run in the bathroom and stay there for another few days. So I guess this is what got me out of it. Here's the theme from Godfather, number 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. so rare. You pronounce your last name, John. We're kind of a little shaky up here, if you don't mind. We're just trying to find our footing. Incidentally, they never did call me for Godfather's #2, so you'll probably know why. Probably a better musician than I am an actor. Here's Jimmy Dorsey's last and greatest hit. But before I do this, I must tell you a story of what happened to us about 3 weeks ago. We were in Louisville, Kentucky. Our saxophone player, John Pallotti here, was born and raised in Louisville, but he's been living up in New York for the past few years. Yes, I'm going to tell that story, John. Now we have this number which belongs in this slot. And he said to me, you know, this is my hometown. My family's out there, relatives and friends. He said, I'd like to do something else instead of this one number. Something about the South. I said, what would you like to do? He said, well, how about my old Kentucky home? Well, why not? We're here in Kentucky anyway. I said, all right, John, you could do it. And he said, I'm going to do it, and I want to do it on alto instead of clarinet. I said, all right. He did, and I thought he was doing pretty well. And I looked over in the corner. There's an old man crying. And I was very touched. I went over to him, put my hand on his shoulder. I said, pardon me, sir, are you a Kentuckian? He said, no, musician. Would you believe it? Well, he's going to redeem himself tonight. We're going to do Jimmy Dorsey's last and greatest hit. I might add that the title of this next movie may soon be a title of a movie based on the life of Jimmy Dorsey, and we hope it comes through. We're going to do it for you just as we recorded it. But this time, John and Pallotti will play the saxophone solo to the one and only So Rare. Here we go. Take a bow, John. Thank you. Thank you. Here's another one of Dorsey's all-time greats. We're going to feature our piano player, Dick Hamilton. This one's called the J.D.'s Boogie Woogie. And here we go. more, Dick. Everybody. Keep yourself cool that way. One more, Dick. One more time. Why not? 1, 2, 3, One more. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. One more. One more time. The next one's on Paul Newman, the real Paul Newman. Dick Hamilton, take a bow. Our pianist, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Jimmy Dorsey had, without a doubt, one of the greatest Dixieland jazz bands in the world. He's had plenty of albums to prove it. We have that Dixieland jazz band right here with us tonight, and we're going to play Sweet Georgia Brown. All right, gentlemen. Come up. Trombone. Here we go. 4 bucks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Pitcher Endick, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Tawashia. Dick Hamilton on piano. He made it to the stand. This is Stewie Swenson from Sweden. Thanks, Stewie. Bruce Kaminsky on bass, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't have to bring his bass, did he? Take one, Randy. Randy Scarrera. Thank you, boys. We're going to do a salute to the big bands. This way we can get lots of stuff right into the whole portion of the program. And here's some of the great tunes that were made famous by the great bands. Let's see how many of these you can guess. I had a long talk with Ellie earlier, and she told me she can guess just about every one we're going to play. Let's find out now. Here we go. Here's one for you. Benny Goodman's theme song, Ellie. Let's stand. Tommy Dorsey's Marie, you're right. Harry James, Gilbert. Who else? Jimmy Dorsey. I'm a poet. A gentleman that had a birthday not too long ago. Duke Ellington, Take the A Train. Can't get it, huh? We'll do it again, one more time. One more time. Tom Basie, April in Paris. Here's an old boss of mine, a grand gentleman, Artie Shaw. Begin to begin. Glenn Miller in the mood. Gentlemen, everybody take a bow for the nice people. Everybody take a bow, please. Thank you. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you've all been waiting for, a real treat. This indeed, to me, is a pleasure and an honor to introduce one of my dearest and dearest friends. I mean that. A man who has a heart as great as he sings, great as he is, really. The only fellow that ever sang at the New York Strand Theater without a microphone. You remember the Paramount? It looked something like this. Only that was a little shakier. This gentleman sang there without a microphone. The man that Sinatra had to run out and take a solo lead because he knew when this fellow was coming out of the army, he may run into some trouble. One of the greatest singers of our time, one of the greatest entertainers of our time, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, the one and only Mr. Bob Eberly. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna put my heart at ease. Gonna take a sentimental journey to relive old memories. Got my bag and got my reservation. Spent each dime I could afford. Like a child in wild anticipation, waiting for the all aboard. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Never thought my heart would be so yearny. Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take a sentimental journey home. 7, that's the time we leave. 7, I'll be waiting up for heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Never thought my heart would be so yearny. Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take a sentimental journey home. Sentimental journey home. Sentimental journey home. Hey, Bobby. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. And I'm very happy for the opportunity to say hello, ladies and gentlemen, again. And I'm happy, too, to be at this very, very wonderful gathering, especially in light of the fact that you have all joined in the spirit in such a really typical way to have such a successful financial gift for this marvelous rehabilitation center that I've heard so much about today, and so many things that go by unappreciated. And this is one thing that you, ladies and gentlemen, have done that's not going by, as far as I'm concerned, all of us. Very nice. Really. You know, I walked around this very beautiful building this afternoon and early this evening, and I began to see more and more people that I had met in my life. And one lady came up to me, and she had a recording of mine that when I sang with Jimmy Dorsey's band, and she was clutching the recording very affectionately, and she told me, she said, "Oh, I have a record of yours, Bob, when you sang with Jimmy," and she said, "I'd love to have you autograph it for me because the song means so very much to everybody in our house." And I signed the record like a big shot, and her husband told me that they named their first little baby that was born to them, a little baby girl. They named the little girl after the song that I had recorded, and that was a nice, great, warm feeling to be connected with that much, beauty in their lives. And the thrill of thrills happened tonight, just a little while ago, in the little foyer or hallway back here. They brought their little daughter here tonight to meet me, and I love kids anyway. And this little girl with her sparkling little eyes, the one that was named after the song that I recorded, is such a little sweetheart. She's 49 years old. A little tyke. So I'm going to sing this song for this lovely, lovely couple and their adorable little child. Maria-Elena, you're the answer to a prayer. Maria-Elena, can't you see how much I care? To me, your voice is like the echo of a sigh. And when you're near, my heart can't speak above a sigh. Maria-Elena, say that we will never part. Maria-Elena, take me to your heart. A love like mine is great enough for two. To share this love is really all I ask of you. Maria-Elena, say that we will never part. Maria-Elena, take me to your heart. A love like mine is great enough for two. To share this love is really all I ask of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They heard the breeze in the trees singing weird melodies, and they made that the start of the blues. And from a jail came the wail of a downhearted frail, and they played that as part of the blues. From a whippoorwill out on a hill, they took a new note. They pushed it through a horn till it was worn into a blue note. And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. From a whippoorwill out on a hill, they took a new note. They pushed it through a hole till it was worn into a blue note. And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. That the Southland gave birth to the blues. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You know, it's a nice, kind of a strange feeling, really, to stand up here and to look down in the audience, and I can see some people with a little gray hair in their temple and a little experience or something in their faces. And when I start a song like Maria Elena, even the ladies that are, so prim and proper and everything kind of nod their head in recognition and appreciation of associating themselves with those days and everything else. And I could see some younger people sitting there looking at me saying, like they would look at a statue of Alexander Hamilton or something, wondering to themselves what kind of a gun Aaron Burr used and everything. It's just a kind of a strange feeling, the same kind of a feeling at looking at my own children and grandchildren. And I would like to sing a song, and the younger people that are here, I'm sure, they're not going to be thrilled to pieces, but I hope they enjoy this song, because I'll sing it with all my heart for all the younger people, and I hope they enjoy it. And for those of you that are present this evening that are old enough to remember this song, it's time for your pill. My gosh. When the deep purple falls over sleepy garden walls, and the stars begin to flicker in the skies, in the midst of a memory, you wander back to me, breathing my name with a sigh. In the still of the night, once again I'll hold you tight. Though you're gone, your love lives on when moonlight beams. And as long as my heart will beat, lover, we'll always meet in my deep purple dreams. Blue champagne, purple shadows and blue champagne, with the echoes that still remain. I keep a blue rendezvous. Bubbles rise like a fountain before my eyes, and they suddenly crystallize to form a vision of you. All the plans we started, all the songs we sang, each little dream we knew seems to overtake me like a boomerang. Blue is the sparkle, gone is the tang. Each old refrain keeps returning as I remain with my memories and blue champagne to toast the dream that was you. And as long as my heart will beat, lover will always meet here in my deep purple dream. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much. I saw one girl told me she was 40 years old now, and she went to school with my brother's daughter, honest to God, no matter what you do to your hair, you always find somebody down in the audience that's a stark reminder of World War. Honest to God. Miss Lazarus, what a thrill to see you. I recorded a song with Jimmy in 1939, and without any, attempts at being humorous or anything else, I never in my life have been in a building where the song is more fitting than this beautiful temple now. My youngest daughter's, I guess, 48 or something. I forget, I lose track of the kids and the grandchildren. 7 of them now. And I always figured that was going to happen to some other old guy, but not me. You know how it is. But God bless them all, so it's nice to be in this position, being able to stand up and talk and move. I think I am anyway. But my daughters were saying that the Platters made this song famous, and they certainly did, but I recorded it when the Platters were little saucers, honest to God, way back before Miss Lazarus was born, too. So here's a song for all of you very kind people who were nice enough to join our party in more ways than once tonight. When the twilight is gone and no songbird is singing, when the twilight is gone, you come into my heart, and here in my heart you will stay while I pray. My prayer is to linger with you at the end of the day, in a dream that's divine. My prayer is a rapture in blue, with a world far away, and your lips close to mine. Tonight, while our hearts are aglow, oh, tell me the words that I'm longing to know. My prayer and the answer you give, may they still be the same for as long as we live, that you'll always be there at the end of my prayer. Tonight, while our hearts are aglow, oh, tell me the words that I'm longing to know. My prayer and the answer you give, may they still be the same for as long as we live, that you'll always be there at the end of my prayer. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Very nice. Oh, those two little children come running down. Aren't you thrilled? Aren't you glad you came tonight to hear these marvelous tunes again? Look at this. See how their faces all lighted up when they saw me. Huh? Yes. She's looking at her sister saying, who's the guy? I had a request tonight for a song, and it's got a high note in the middle and another high note at the end that's really ridiculous now. But I'm going to do it because I'm trying to enter into the spirit of sacrifice, too, if I may. This song, like I say, has got this high note in the middle. And I recorded when I was 19 years old. And when you're 19, nothing like a high note is certainly going to spoil your life. But 9 years in this darn business, boy, and they're traveling around and everything. Sorry, Lee. Lee told me to watch not to tell lies in this hallowed room, and I won't. It's been more than 9 years. It's about 11, 12 maybe. When it comes to high note, though, if my face swells up and big veins stick out, it's just a showbiz trick to make it look, tough. And it turns out to be a very dramatic effect it has. And if I don't hit the high note quite, the way it should be, please keep in mind that I'm a veteran of World War I and II and III and... The breeze and I are saying with a sigh that you no longer care. The breeze and I are whispering goodbye to dreams we used to share. Ours was a love song that seemed constant as the moon, ending in a strange, mournful tune. And all about me, they know you have departed without me, and we wonder why. The breeze and I, the breeze and I, the breeze and I. Thank you. I got to get that rehabilitation address later, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You're a very, very delightful audience, and it's really a thrill and a half to see your smiling faces. It is. And this is going to be a very nice view from my viewpoint, too, to see your faces, because this is reward time for all of you very nice ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to introduce the very dearest friend I have in the whole world. She's a very lovely, beautiful girl, really, and terrific sense of humor. She's a very kind and considerate person, always, and a very, very classy lady in every sense of the word, too. I'm very proud that I met her and worked with her with the Jimmy Dorsey Band, and I'm especially thrilled to be working with her again these days. Would you please, ladies and gentlemen, join me in a very nice, big, round, rousing reception for a beautiful Helen O'Connell, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm all smiles, darling, you'd be too. If you, darling, all of my smiles were for you. Can't you see that I'm all chills, darling, true and true? But my cold hands, darling, warm to the touch of you. Rain hasn't fallen for days now, but rainbows are filling the sky. My heart must have painted those rainbows shining before my eyes. Can't you see that I'm in love, darling, deep and true? With guess who, darling? Someone I'd die for, beg, steal a life for, eat humble pie for. Someone I'd fly to the sun, moon, and sky for. Someone to live for, to laugh with and cry for. And that someone is you. Your eyes are blue, your kisses too. I never knew what they could do. I can't believe that you're in love with me. You're telling everyone I know I'm on your mind each place you go. They can't believe that you're in love with me. I have always placed you far above me. I just can't imagine that you love me. But after all is said and done, to think that I'm the lucky one, I can't believe that you're in love with me. Your eyes are blue, your kisses too. I never knew what they could do. I can't believe that you're in love with me. You're telling everyone I know I'm on your mind each place you go. They can't believe that you're in love with me. I have always placed you far above me. I just can't imagine that you love me. But after all is said and done, to think that I'm the lucky one, I can't believe that you're in love with me. Thank you. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to just take a moment to say along